What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today is July the 14th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and what big money is doing this morning. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. Starting off with data points, don't really have a whole lot. We do have a big one tomorrow morning, CPI. So most likely in the second half of today, you're going to see a little bit of chatter, extra volatility, as maybe some institutions might be selling leading into that data. So that could be potentially impacting later today. Aside from that though, you do have the futures slightly red. It is improving. So Dow is down 0.27, S&P down 0.23, NASDAQ down 0.19. No rhyme or reason associated to that, so nothing substantial did come out over the weekend. So that is just a rollover from Friday's fears, as well as obviously CPI and just the rest of the week on how that is going to kind of pan out. But in my opinion, might be premature to kind of say. Once the market does open, I feel like this is going to get bought up fairly fast because Bitcoin, many other cryptocurrencies have been hitting all-time highs. So in theory, people's appetite for risk is on the table. And I think that is going to roll over as well into the equity market. Aside from that though, getting right to it, SOFI is up 1.23%, continuing its steroid invested run, or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's absolutely amazing to see. When it comes to shorts right now during the pre-market, they're not really doing all that much, but 14.32% of the free float is being shorted. So they've been very reactive to the stock price, not to the same magnitude, but I do anticipate shorts to increase today and most likely for the rest of the week, depending on some of the data points. So there could be, like I've alluded to on their earnings, a substantial pinch in either direction. One prompted because of just the valuation, potentially causing a pullback, or it could cause a squeeze. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for all of that. Right now though, with it at 21.40, it is trading right now between this R3 and this R2. So not really much change from last Friday. 20.34 is going to be a strong support. I don't really see that being touched even in kind of the worst case scenario for today. And then flip side, 22.57. Given the momentum behind SOFI, I wouldn't rule that out to be touched. So 22.57 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. Moving on, NIO. So a lot of positive things have come out over the weekend, a lot of which is linked to ABVE's pre-sale. So it is up 4.87%. So a lot of money is getting in during the overnight trading. I believe even by 1 a.m. when I last looked, it was over 1 million shares being traded. So that was generally abnormal. Aside from that though, 12.3% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 189.75 million shares overall being shorted. So shorts have been playing some weird game. They return a significant amount one day, double down the next. So anticipate them to be fairly volatile. And I think given NIO's technicals, it does really show that it wants to break out. So I think in the past, shorts really doubled down in those types of scenarios. So anticipate them to be fairly active again today. With it right now at 409, it's trading between this R3 and this R2. 392 is a strong support. Closed right below that on Friday, so it's having some good momentum. And ultimately, 414 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. If it is able to successfully close above that, then this is where you could see the next kind of point being 471. So big things might be coming for NIO. Big money might be kind of self-aware of that and start getting in now. So let me know your viewpoint on NIO. Moving on, SBET. So nothing really substantial coming out from them aside from just piggybacking off of cryptocurrency. So their last news was them buying Ethereum, and I think a lot of stocks kind of put out that news around that same time period just to kind of take advantage of the hype. And so it is up 14.55%. As far as shorts, they're not really doing all that much. I would have anticipated, given the speculative nature of SBET, that shorts would be all over this, but only 5.2% of the free float's being shorted. Works out to be 3.15 million shares. With it right now though at 24.81, it is trading between this R2 and this R1. So 21 is going to be a strong support, and then 26 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. In my opinion, I wouldn't rule out that 26 to be hit, because this stock has shown in the past it has a lot of good momentum, and even during the last run it did have a high of roughly 79. So in my opinion, this is a optimum stock to day trade. So just watch for 26. Flip side, the next strong kind of point is going to be 34.11 followed by 55.32. So this one's definitely one of those ones that you might want to swing trade, day trade, and everything else. So that should work out fairly well. Ticker is DARE. It is up 230% because of this news right here. So positive interim phase 3 results. And for a biotech, this is like huge news. So in my opinion, I do feel like this 230% is somewhat justified. And even leading into this, like, expectations clearly were fairly low, and it got hit by various whatever issues, because it's trading pretty cheap in my opinion. But 1.29% of the free floats being shorted works out to be 111,000 shares. So shorts haven't really cared much kind of about this stock, which is rather surprising, because shorts lately have really been doubling down on biotechs. So as far as shorts doing anything today, I wouldn't really worry about them in my opinion. With it right now though at 790, it is trading between this R3 and this R2. So 756 is a strong support. So if you're looking at day trading, maybe orient your buy towards that, just a little bit of a pullback. But again, just watch for that. Says tight stop loss. 640 is going to be the following one. And then if you do feel like a run is going to continue, 942 followed by 1431 is going to be the next strong target / resistance points. So this one should make for a very interesting day trade. But again, anticipate a lot of volatility. Only problem with this stock is if you do the general rule of thumb, like a 10% stop loss, it might get triggered instantly. Just kind of talking, pretty much you would have been already triggered for the most part. But yeah, it seems to be having a nice run. So 942, just watch for that. And then last but not least, its ticker is ABVE, so above food ingredients. So it is down almost 20% during the pre-market. Nothing really to do with the stock itself aside from its technicals. So on Friday it went up 134%. Any stock running up that amount is going to have a certain level of profit taking. So again, that might happen in the past. What we did see in May, this type of same scenario setup and how it all played out. Unfortunately, it was one quick spike and then it just went down. Most likely, if it does fail to hold some key points, which I'll go over in a second, then you could see a little bit more of a further sell-off occur tomorrow. So just watch for some of the key levels. It's not that heavily shorted. Shorts did really double down. It was at 0.87% short interest. Now it is at 6.9. Still not a squeeze play or anything, but shorts have been really calling them out and doubling down. 2.62 million shares is what it does work out to be overall, but with it right now at 294, it is trading between this R3 and this R2. 242 is a strong support. 308 is going to be that next strong kind of target / resistance. So if you are going to see a recovery, it has to close above 308. If not, then anticipate a further pull lower over the next couple of trading days, similar to what happened in May, end of April and May. So let me know your thoughts on these stocks. What other stocks are you kind of trading? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Pop over to my Patreon. I do give buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.